Hey guys, how are you? I'm back from my trip and I did a little bit of shopping while I was over in Europe. So I purchased something in Paris and a couple of things in Copenhagen. I did not get anything in Finland. Didn't really lend itself to shopping up there. But yeah, let me go ahead and start with what I got in Paris. So I have been eyeing this particular product for such a long time. And if you guys watched my fashion trends prediction for 2024, you will have seen that I mentioned belts because I think oversized wide leg pants are here to stay. And I always think, well, what can you wear with large oversized pants, because not everything is very flattering with that sort of silhouette at the bottom. And I always like a cropped top with something, if it's like high-waisted and like a big oversized leg, I think that looks really cute. It's like a fun proportion. So anyway, in thinking about that, I thought, you know what? If wide leg pants are going to be in or oversized pants are going to be in and we're showing it off with like crop tops or whatever, or we need something to hold up these oversized pants, I think belts are going to be really in. So I'd been eyeing this belt for so long. This is the basic like Triomphe belt from Celine, and I just got it in the black. Is this calfskin? I can't remember. Let me see. There's a little card in here. So this is the medium 25 millimeter. I think that is this. And then the size I got is 85. So I was kind of tempted to get the 80 because we've also had the discussion here on this channel about losing weight and then what do you do with clothing that doesn't fit you anymore. And the 80 fit me and the 85 fit me. Of course, the 80 was a little bit tighter and I was like on the largest or second largest hole. So the saleswoman at Celine made a really good suggestion. She was like, I would get the 85 because what if you want to wear the belt over like a jacket or a blazer? And I do happen to like that look. So I thought, oh, you know what? She's right. So anyway, I decided to go for the 85 and I figured I could always punch more holes in. So it still has the plastic on here. And I ended up picking this up when I went shopping at Le Bon Marché. I think that's how you pronounce it. And you know, I was taking my time kind of looking around in that store, but they're doing a lot of construction and it was really, really hot. And so I got this belt and my husband was like, oh, do you want to go, upstairs? I was like, let's just go. I think we like popped upstairs like as soon as we came in and I said, you know what, let's start at the bottom. And we came back down and then I saw this belt and then that was it, we left. But I'm glad I scored this belt. I'm taking the plastic off right now. This Triomphe, I have such a crush on this symbol. I just think it's so beautiful. So voila. And then it's one of those belts. It has the little nub over here, which goes into the holes like so. So very excited for this. I do have a few pairs of pants that are at the point where they're not big enough to either donate or get rid of. I can still wear them, but they're just a little bit loose. So the belt will definitely come in very, very handy. So that's what I got in Paris. And I was so glad that I left that little bit of extra room in the smaller check-in bag that I took because I'm so happy to have been able to like keep the box and everything because I thought, you know what, if I have to throw it out, I'll throw it out. But it did come with this box and this little dust bag, which I could keep. So very happy about that. And then, like I said, Finland, I didn't get anything. And then Copenhagen, I actually spent 2 days shopping. So I did get another item at Celine. And before I show you what I got, I just have to share with you the salesperson that I worked with at Celine was such a darling. His name is Benjamin. And he actually follows me on YouTube and he told me that I turned him on to diptyque candles and I was like, I'm happy to do so. And I was just so pleased to hear that. I was like, yes, I'm like, they're beautiful. They're wonderful, wonderful candles and everything else that diptyque has. Anyway, so we just got to talking. He was like, do you need like suggestions on where to go? He's like, do you guys have plans? And we didn't really, especially for Copenhagen because that portion of our trip ended up getting extended because our time in Finland was cut short because of this impending strike. So, I was like, we have one dinner reservation and everything else we're just sort of kind of leaving up to chance. So he made this like beautiful, and I'll flash a picture of it up here now. He made this beautiful, he like wrote out on a Celine card, breakfast, lunch, dinner, galleries, and clubs to go to. And it was just, it's so thoughtful. So anyway, I carried that card around with me. And for right after we left Celine, we actually went to Hotel Saunders. That was his recommendation. I was like, let's go there. It was a super cute hotel. Just, it actually reminded me of the West Village in New York. So it was very quaint and very, very charming, really beautiful. And we just, you know, kind of ate basically like in the lobby. They have like this sitting area. So we sat there and we ate. And then he recommended, and also Luna Scamuzzi, you guys know her. They both recommended Esme, Esmee. If you guys watch my vlogs, you know what I'm talking about. But that restaurant, holy smokes, that was incredible. I ordered a trout. A whole trout came out and they like rolled up the skin. It was unbelievable. So anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out to Benjamin at the Celine Boutique in Copenhagen. So sweet and it's so helpful and so knowledgeable. So I like made a beeline into Celine because, you know, I kind of forgot when I was at Le Bon Marché and trying on the belts, I kind of forgot that I had always wanted this one piece of clothing from Celine. It was something that I saw, I can't even remember where, on Instagram somewhere, I can't remember whose feed, but they had on a Celine puffer vest. I am not a puffer vest kind of gal, but it looked cute, you know, and I'm a sucker for Celine. So, you know, again, when I was at Le Bon Marché, I didn't remember to like even look for it. We just left, I was too hot. So anyway, when we walked by the Celine in Copenhagen, I was like, I gotta go in, I have to see if they have that puffer vest. So they did. And, you know, I tried on the color that I ended up getting. I tried on black, which had this sort of like black on black, like monogram print with like the Celine, the Triomphe emblem. And then they had one that had like the Triomphe monogram like all over. It was a little bit too busy. So I ended up getting this one. It's like, I don't know, like a butterscotch color with the Celine Triomphe. This is in leather. So let's see, let me look at the tag here. I ended up getting size 40, which is a little bit on the big side, but I figured this is gonna be a piece that I would wear like over a hoodie, over a sweater. Like this is, you know, this is a garment that you wear in the wintertime essentially, or transitional seasons. So I ended up with the 40 and it actually fits fine like in the midsection area. It's just in the shoulders. Actually, let me put it on for you. I guess I'll just put it on over this jacket. Okay, here it is on. So again, it fits really well like in the midsection here. But you can see that it puffs out a little bit, like behind my shoulder, but I think that's okay. Like I said, you know, like it fits this jacket underneath it really, really nicely. I just pulled out the hood and, you know, if I want to wear a hoodie underneath, I think it'll fit nicely, but I like having that room in the shoulder anyway. So I think I could have done a 38, but I think the 40 is fine. It's fine. I'm kind of glad I went with the 40. So this is what I scored at the Celine in Copenhagen. I just love it. I love this color. I think it also comes in like an olive khaki color, which you guys know I love. I have so many things in that color. And I'm glad I didn't have to decide. They just had this and the two other ones that I was describing. And I love this. I love this like warm camel, butterscotch, caramel kind of color. I just love it. And I love this like tone on tone Triomphe emblem here. And on the buttons here, we have the Triomphe emblem and Celine on each button. So it's super, super duper cozy. It is, I believe, synthetic filled. It is not down filled, so it's not broiling hot. Thank goodness. And I love it. So this is what I got at Celine. I was tempted to get a handbag, but you know what really saved my money, was I really didn't have that much extra space. You guys saw, if you watched that Pack With Me video, I had that green, it's like a carry-on size that I decided to check in. And I just had a couple things in there. And I was like, okay, between the belt, this, and then I had my eyes set on another store, which I'll show you in just a second. I was like, I don't think I could do like a handbag because that's not something, you know, it doesn't pack easily. Anyway, but they have these hobos there that, have you guys seen them? They're relatively new. They're not this past season, maybe the season before, maybe they came out in fall, but they're just a really simple hobo shape. And, you know, I had been tempted by the Celine Romy bag, which has more of like a flat bottom kind of hobo shape. This is like fully like rounded, almost like a crescent shape. And it just, yeah, just, I don't know. It looks really nice. Who knows? I may still end up getting it. I can't remember the style name of it. If I can find it online, I will throw it up on the screen right now. But yeah, it's really nice. And it comes in like the monogram canvas, the like warm brown, like cognac color, and then black. I think that's it. At least that's all they had in the store. And if you do ever find yourself in Copenhagen, the store is really interesting because Benjamin actually was telling me that Hedi Slimane actually went and like decorated that store himself. And he, you know, kind of insisted on getting some local chairs and benches put in. And, you know, Denmark is known for a lot of their design, especially like interiors and stuff. And they are also known for like that light colored wood, which is not found in any other Celine boutique except for this Copenhagen one. So if you go in, you'll see this, like, they call it the Game of Thrones chair. It's this big chair that doesn't have any hardware whatsoever. It's like all these pieces that were fitted together and then a bench and everything. And yeah, you'll notice the wood is like a light colored wood, which is very, very odd for a Celine boutique. So anyway, just thought I would mention that. Again, big thank you to Benjamin for helping me out and making out that thoughtful card of suggestions to go to. It was invaluable. So anyway, so this is what I got at Celine. And Benjamin was kind enough to include a hanger and a garment bag, which I could fit in that green suitcase. It was really handy. So that was nice to have been included. And then I decided to stop by the Saint Laurent store. So I got a couple of things. Both things I want to say are kind of surprises. I don't know what got into me, but both things I was just like, I like that. I'm going to get that. I didn't think too much about it. They caught my eye and I was like, let's go for it. So Anne, I didn't catch her name, but the woman that helped me at Saint Laurent, she was a gem. We were just talking it up and, you know, she was talking about like, oh, are you a fan of Celine? Oh, I think I had my Triomphe bag. And I said, yeah. She was like, did you notice that there's such a big crossover between Celine and Saint Laurent customers? She's like, I feel like the aesthetic is very similar. And I was like, yeah, I'm like, I think each style is very unique to the brand, but yeah, it's like the same sort of aesthetic, like overall aesthetic. Like you could see it in the boutique with like the black marble used everywhere and just, it's like, you know, kind of a geometric, like sharp edged displays and stuff like that. They're definite similarities. But it's so funny. It's like when I think of a Saint Laurent outfit, when I think of a Celine outfit, like totally different. But yeah, like very similar. Anyway, we just had a really fun conversation about all of that. So I wish I caught her name, but she was a gem. She was really wonderful. So I got a pair of sunglasses, surprise. So I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but I love Tom Ford sunglasses. You guys know that. I think I wear them quite often. And I also love Saint Laurent sunglasses. I think that they're really comfortable. They're super sleek. They're very, you know, wearable. I feel like, you know, I tend to like kind of funkier sunglasses. And even if I get funky Saint Laurent sunglasses, they kind of go with everything. Like they're just pretty magical. Anyway, I got these because, hold on, they look like typical aviators, but look at how low the legs are. The connection point here. Isn't that so interesting? So they sit on the face just a little bit differently, and they do this angle up. And, you know, at first I thought, oh, these are so, you know, these are so plain. Black lenses, matte black frame. And I was trying on all these other sunglasses. And my husband was there and he was like, you know what? He's like, these look good on you. And he's like, and they're different. He's like, all of these other sunglasses, he's like, I feel like you have something very similar in your collection. He's like, I could have sworn you wore a pair that you tried on, you know. And so I do have a pair of aviators that I actually had on the trip. Those are Tom Ford's, but those are gold with like, you know, faux tortoise. So I thought, you know what? He's right. Let me get these. I really do like the matte black. I do like their black. And again, true to my feelings about Saint Laurent sunglasses, I feel like I could wear these with just about everything. So yeah, I just love this like low mounted leg. And I looked up online because I was like, do they have any other any other colors? They have like a silver frame with these black lenses or gray lenses, and then a silver frame, am I remembering correctly, with like a mirrored sunglass? Maybe they only have silver, but I was like, if they have a gold frame with like brown tinted lenses, I would totally get those, but I didn't see them. So anyway, I'm glad I picked these up. These are different from what I have. I don't have like just really sleek black, all black, like aviators. So love those. And then I got an additional item at Saint Laurent. This is, sorry, I'm trying to figure out what it's considered. I'm like, is this a small accessory? I think they're calling this a wallet on chain. So, oh, there's all this wrapping on it. So here's a little dust bag. And you know me, I'm not a big SLG wallet on chain kind of person, but like I said, I walked into the store and I saw this in the case and I was like, can I see that? I really like it. It's a little puffer. Plain puffer. They did a lot of these like plain puffers for spring. So a lot of the previous puffers are quilted or have some sort of like patterning in them. They have a bunch of like plain bags, and this is, I guess, something that goes along with it. And it's on a chain. So it just opens up like so. And let me take this off. This is soft lambskin. So you have credit card slots here, and a zipper pocket in the back, which I really liked. I was like, that will come in very handy. Oh, I think I have to cut off this. Yeah, I have to cut off this like cotton protective thing. The woman that was helping me at Saint Laurent, she actually offered, she's like, let me cut this off. And then she was like, you know what, you're traveling. Do you want to leave it on? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll cut it off myself. So anyway, one moment, let me cut this off. All right, so here is what the chain looks like, which is actually very reminiscent of a necklace that I have, but not in the same finish. This is like an antique brass finish. So here it is. This is where it hangs if you wear it crossbody. I'm 5'5", for your reference. It's probably a little bit on the shorter side, but this jacket is a little bit bulky. So if I'm just wearing it over a shirt, you know, for the spring, summertime, I think this will be fine. But it's so cute. I just love it. I love it so much. And I'm finding more and more use for these little bags when I don't need to bring everything, because my husband has an electric car. And so I don't even need car keys when I use his car. So I just need like his card. I just need my cards and ID, and then that's it. And then I always have my phone in my hand anyway. So anyway, it caught my eye and I decided to go with it. So that is let me see if I can find like a model name. Anyway, I'll link to anything I can find online. I'll link to it down below, but I don't know if this is helpful. And then there's also this. Is that helpful? Oh, and just a little something I forgot. And I got this in Paris, but I went to the Mark Rothko exhibit at the Louis Vuitton Foundation. And so I just got a couple of little bags that they had. Aren't these fun? They had these in the gift shop. So this I actually got for a friend of mine. And then I picked this one up for myself. Actually, I think I'll just let her choose, see what she wants. I have a feeling she's gonna want the silver one. But these are like cutouts, and then underneath is like a cotton canvas bag. Actually, let me open this up. So yeah, can you see that? And then, yeah, so that's the cotton canvas on the inside. So anyway, I thought that was a fun little souvenir. Of course, there were all these things that I wanted that I had vowed that I was not gonna purchase in 2024, like a coffee mug. I really wanted the coffee mug, and I was like, nope, we're not buying any more of those, are we, Michelle? No, we're not. And then they had, of course, you know, pullovers and stuff, and I was like, nope, we're not getting those either. So, I ended up with these, which I think I actually prefer. And then last but not least, I got a very small item from Chanel. I actually got this at duty free at the airport. Which airport? I think either the Copenhagen or the Toronto. No, the Copenhagen airport. I got this. And this is the Les Beiges Healthy Winter Glow Primer, Moisturizing and Protective. It's like, can they fit any more words in there? So I got the shade Icy Beige. There are 3 shades. There's one that's more of like a white, I forget what they call it, like frosty white. And then there's one I think they call light copper, which is more of a bronze. This, as a primer, I think would look the best on my skin tone. I'm trying to figure out why it says protective. I don't see any SPF on here or anything. But here is the tube. And I am planning on doing like a trying new makeup video. So I do want to use this as the primer. But let me just do a little swatch for you. So there's the Icy Beige color. So it's just like a very light nude shade. And ooh, it does feel very nice. It has that Chanel scent. I wasn't sure if it was going to be too glowy, and actually, I think it's not glowy enough. It's not glowy enough, darn it. It's very smoothing, actually. Healthy Winter Glow Primer, moisturizing and protective. Oh, so interesting. I really thought it was going to be more of like a subtle highlight, but there really isn't much of a highlight at all. I think the frosty white and the light copper, I think both of those actually had a bit more of a metallic sheen to it. This one is just very smoothing, very like light moisturization. Oh, awesome. Okay, so that is the Chanel product that I purchased, and that's it. That is all the shopping that I did while I was over in Europe. If you guys watch my vlogs, you know that I did a lot more eating than shopping while I was over there because it was unbelievable. I still can't get over. I mean, I'll tell anyone that will listen to me. Copenhagen, that food, unparalleled. Absolutely unparalleled. Obviously, I need to go back to Paris a few more times and try a few more places out because Paris is obviously, their food is phenomenal. But I was, maybe because I just wasn't expecting it, but my God, the food was incredible. Highly recommend. So anyway, that is it for my European haul. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.